Clint Cave here, Cave Sanitary Supply. Today I wanted to talk about the state of the JanSan supply industry. Obviously we've struggled for the last year with many different items and we still have struggles today, and so I just wanted to talk about what I'm seeing right now, and I've put together a list of the 5 different product types that I'm seeing as supply challenges. Number 1, this probably isn't a surprise, but is equipment. Just like we're seeing it with refrigerators and everywhere else, we're seeing that in our industry, where a machine I used to be able to get readily might take me 8 to 12 weeks for it to come in. And that has a lot to do with components that are maybe made and sent overseas, if the machines are made overseas, anything really that has to do with equipment. So even when it comes to parts, we've had people bring equipment in to get fixed and we can't get the parts. So we're finding, hey, alternative ways to fix equipment to keep people up and going. The same thing goes for batteries that go into that equipment. We're having a real struggle with batteries where we're waiting quite a bit of time. So those are some things that right now we're struggling with. So that'd be number 1. Number 2 on my list is an item we've struggled with for the last year and a half now, is gloves. Gloves have gotten better. We are able to get nitrile specifically, which at the start of the pandemic were very hard to get. Prices are still high, but they are coming down. But for whatever reason, latex right now is hard for us to get. So sometimes I'm surprised by these different product outages, I guess I'd call them. But I just want to convey what we're seeing right now. Number 3 on my list is face mask. And this one makes a lot of sense. Specifically here in Illinois, we just reinstated face mandates, and with that, it just drives demand, which drives cost and availability. So face masks are just a little bit more of a challenge than they were here, 4 or 5 months ago when we were kind of forgetting about them, right? Number 4 on my list is chemicals other than sanitizers and disinfectants. It's not all chemicals other than sanitizers and disinfectants, but what we've seen is a lot of the manufacturers have put all their production energy and time into certain SKUs that they deem more important, which I get with disinfectants and sanitizers, why that would be the case. But we're finding things that we used to be able to get readily, now we're waiting on. Or maybe even SKUs have just been eliminated from people's lines just to streamline and take care of the global demand that has occurred. Last thing on my list, item number 5, it's not really that we're having an availability struggle, it's just that prices have been historically, they've been higher than they have ever been historically, which is liners. Liners back in February, we had the big, deep winter freeze down in Texas that really messed up a lot of things. But industry experts expected that, hey, to be kind of a blip and prices would be up for a while and they'd come back down. What we've seen is prices continue to climb. I believe right now they're just leveling off, and we'd have to expect that they're going to come back down here, not necessarily by the end of the year, but at some point they'll come back down. But that's been kind of a surprise in our industry, is liners. And so we're kind of seeing that across the board with items that, hey, we've always historically been able to get, and one day we can't get them, right? It's been surprises. So our goal at Cave Sanitary is to make sure our customers have what they need when they need it. And we're doing everything we can to source materials, use new manufacturers, whatever it is, when we can't get products. But if you do have any questions on what's going on in the industry, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be glad to talk. Thanks. We want to be your partner here at Cave Sanitary for your clean and safe environment, and whatever we can do to help, please reach out and let us know. Thanks, and have a good one.